Congrats that you have made almost through the entire workshop. My name is Carl and today I'll be demoing the last part, which is the animating and prototyping part in Figma. Prototyping is the simple act of connecting different shapes or frames in order to construct an interactive simulation of your apps or product. In this method, we'll dive into the prototype option Figma has to offer, but the Smart Animate feature, which we will cover next. If you switch to the prototype mode from the prototype tab, and when nothing is selected in a document, you can change the starting frame, and you can also choose the device that your prototype will be in. Android and iPhone have a slightly different behavior, so stay true to the platform of your choice. If you select any frames in the canvas, you'll be able to notice that every object you select, including Figma's frame, there's a little white dot on the right side of it. These dots let you connect the frames or object to each other. If you click the dots, you'll be able to drag an arrow from one frame to another. That way you have a flow ready to go. So I'm gonna drag and drop every button so that you have an action, so please bear with me. After connecting the screens, you'll see on the prototype set option for your selected interaction. Once you've selected an arrow, the option titled Interaction is where you can pick the kind of triggers and behavior for this interaction. The animation part is where you pick the animation style and duration. Now you have selected your trigger. You can see different options for this behavior of interaction. The most common one is Navigate to, which gives you an option to select a different frame that user will arrive when they click this button. For the receipt part, I'm going to use the Open Overlay animation to swap the object on the frame without completely changing the entire frame. This interaction can also add a semi-transparent background and the option to close the overlay with clicking outside of the object. It looks something like a pop-out or an alert. So your interaction is almost ready. All we have to do is to select the animation we want from the menu. When you select one, you're able to see in the little preview with fake A and B screen in your animation menu in the prototype tab. Animations in Figma can be set with 3 parameters, and they are the animation type, timing, and duration. One of the most impressive things in Figma is its Smart Animate feature, where it connects two similar frames and get a fluid animation between them as if you have animated it yourself. Figma is interpolating the frames for you to convey the motion you probably always wanted. You can think of Figma's frame as key frames instead of artboard. That way, it's more intuitive for you to understand. You make the A and B state, and Figma makes the in-between frame for you. After that, make sure you pick Smart Animate from the animation sub-menu and pick your preferred timing and duration, and that's it. Figma will take care of the rest. However, Figma doesn't always make it right. You have to have the exact same layer for it to work properly. It might not be able to match the layer if there's some layers missing in either frames. Figma can't also reliably pick the object you mean to animate if they have a different name in each layer. When you're done with the prototyping, you can click on the Present button to see it in action. It looks like a play icon, and next to it is the Share button. Figma has a lot of methods to add animation that most people actually realize. You can add GIFs, add animation with Figmotion, you can prototype, Smart Animate, and if those are not enough, you can always export it to SVG and then tweak your code to animate it. Besides prototyping in Figma desktop app or the browser, you can also opt for using Figma Mirror on your Android or iOS devices. This application install on your smartphone and transmit any frame selected in your working environment in Figma to your mobile device in real time. Using the Figma Mirror application, you can test the convenience and visual quality of your layout on a real device at any stage of development. You can test your UX, wireframes, or your beautiful UI, no matter what. To open it, you just have to open the application on your mobile phone and ensure that both the Figma desktop or browser and the Figma Mirror is signed into the same account. After that, you can just simply select a frame or component that's directly on the canvas, and the Mirror app will automatically reload it to your phone. You can swipe around and navigate around the interface, testing out the animation and move around the component, and the Figma Mirror will update it in real time. Thus, you have a unique opportunity to test the interface before you spawn a lot of screens with the same error. Always apply a design system that the entire project that has not been tested on real objects. This is a great opportunity to save hours and days of work, so let it use it to the full. Tools like Figma enables designers to not only expand their skill set into animation and coding, it might be something we'll start seeing not only in articles and tutorials but also in job description. So we might as well get there early. So this is the last video of this UI UX workshop on Figma. So before you go, please fill in our feedback form so that we know what we can improve for our next workshop. It's my pleasure to teach you about Figma. So, spoiler alert that there's another workshop in the pipeline now and it will be about WordPress. So stay tuned to it. Thanks and stay safe.